Well, a very good morning, everybody, for Sunday, the 6th of September. Bit of an interesting day today. At least it's going to be nice and soarable. We seem to be under the influence of a Azores high at the moment, which is sort of throwing a little bit of a ridge towards us. But front's not particularly far away. As we go into the start of the week, those fronts will just be outside the task area, but probably will play an influence on what we get this week. But for today, sort of nice, fairly gentle anticyclonic air, and hopefully a little bit even better than yesterday. But I hear we did have some 500Ks yesterday. Looking at the winds, we're looking at somewhere in the region of about southwest to west northwest, so call it westerly, and you'll probably be about right, sort of between 5 to 10 knots. iPods. Yeah, cameos are allowed on this show. And the Met Office forecast is showing somewhere in the region of about that as well. Nothing particularly strong, maybe 5 to 10 knots, nothing more than that. But yeah, at flying heights, somewhere in the region of about 5 to 10 knots. There is sort of the hint of some rain out there, and there is the isolated chance of a shower today. And as I play that through, nothing that's going to particularly ruin the day, but you might find some isolated showers across the country, sort of anywhere in the south. It's not showing on our forecast that there's any chance of that at all. Yeah, just keep an eye out. You never know what might happen. You can sort of see at the moment that the Met Office is sort of putting it somewhere in the south of the country. And yeah, just the odd chance. SatPic is showing quite a lot of cloud out towards the west, even some wave coming off Ireland there, and just the ice, not isolated actually, but quite moist in sort of the mid levels. And you can see outside at the moment, yeah, we've still got all of that. Hopefully it's going to brighten up a bit. I think the models are potentially predicting a bit less cloud than there is currently. But yeah, medium level cloud across Wales at the moment and into the West Country. Hopefully we're going to get a gap shortly, which allows some surface heating. Hopefully it'll burn back too. But certainly we need to get rid of this before we get any reasonable weather. Upper level cloud there is a bit, but it's more connected further away, that we do have some high level clouds, so I don't think there's too much to worry at high level cloud. We've just got to get rid of this mid-level cloud first. Low level stuff, not really anything as such, maybe isolated stratus. Temperatures today, sort of 17s, 18s, and that's relatively true with what the public forecast was saying as well, 16, 17s. Dew points, look around, so let's see. So just about double figures, yeah, so say about 10 or so, dew point of about, and temperature about 17. So not massively high cloud bases, but enough for this time of year. I don't know when David last updated this because it's still saying the 3rd, but if we do get this, it'll be quite a nice day. But I don't know if you changed the text recently, David, on this. So yes, I would say 400K probably pushing it a little bit. We'll have a look see what's top message. Outside at the moment, it looks like that. Tugs all in position. Got plenty of tugs for you today. I understand the grid launched quite quickly yesterday because there weren't that many of you. And at the moment we have a temperature of 12. It does feel a little bit chilly, and a dew point of about 10. Potential flight distance for today looks something like that. So if you can get out of here, it's a little bit better into the around the Fairford area up towards Oxford, but not a massive play area. And if we look at around, let's say 11 o'clock, here it'll probably just be about getting going locally at that time. By about midday, 1 o'clock, we're going to be having sort of climbs up to maybe 3,500 feet above sites, maybe 4,000 above sea level. Quickly, that chance of bits of spread out or embedded sort of cumulus underneath this top cover, if it remains a bit more brighter out towards the middle of the country or the south of the Midlands. Not very good in Wales, low level cloud, and more risk of showers. 3 o'clock, Still reasonable just to the north of us, but again, starting to get a little bit too moist near us. Centre of the country, or just sort of Oxford way, might see 1,600 metres, so maybe 4,500 foot cloud base, which is nice. By about 4:30, 5 o'clock, it's going to be cutting off here, probably a little bit too much moisture again. Oh, we've got a question, have we? Here we go. David has said, I think we'll be waiting for chances to do Chilbolton, Hungerford, or Devizes, Oxford, because best area is probably around Oxford area, slightly higher bases and slightly more sun, which I think is relatively true to what the data is showing at the moment. Thanks, David. A reminder that you can always comment on the during the briefing by Alt-H if you click that, or go to the chat button on the tab. That's always useful if you've got questions. But thank you for that, David. So yeah, not a day to be out late. I think looking at that 6 o'clock, we're not going to have the later evening that we did yesterday. But unsurprising for this time of year, sun's going down a lot earlier now. Site forecast, yeah, showing a window to get away about midday or so. So yeah, we'll have to sort of take our chance when it's time for the grid launch. Predicted soundings, Fairford around 1 o'clock or so, showing climbs to about 4,000 feet, only a slight inversion. If I go on a bit an hour later, you can see the lines come together, sort of showing that risk of it closing in a bit, then maybe opening up a bit. So one to watch, I think, today is where those gaps are, fly towards the sunshine. But still, at least it's not raining like it was a couple of weeks ago. Buckingham, this is 1 o'clock, sort of similar, 4,000 feet. Again, it has that sort of period where it gets a little bit too cloudy at 2 o'clock. And then reopens again a little bit to about 3 o'clock. So yeah, a day to just watch out for potential sort of spread outs and a little bit too much cloud cover. Farnborough showing scattered at 4,000, obviously very optimistic today. And prob 30 of showers this afternoon. I said, I do think it is a prob 30. I don't think we're going to see anything significant, famous last words. And yeah, at the moment, just variable winds, very light westerlies. Airspace, not a lot to talk about in our area. Middle Wallop still thinks it's got intense gliding activity. I'll let you think about that. The 20 is an equestrian event. I don't know why that appears in our no terms. It's more military helicopters, that is, but don't land on the event. That's at Chipping Norton. Don't start turbos up at 200 feet above them. Might scare the horses. Air display and restricted area temporary all day, or was it this afternoon? Let's have a look. Yes, this afternoon between 1:45 and 6:30, but there is active aerobatics between 9 and 7:30. Effectively, avoid Old Warden. I don't think you're going to get that far around, but yeah, Old Warden's got an air display, and 29 and 27, which are out that way as well. Rocket firing at Cambridge up to 10,000 feet. Goodness me, the amateurs are getting very good, and Cambridge is active. Okay, other than that, nothing particularly in the local area. Solents do have new opening hours, pretty much it's all day now. It's only usable in a powered aircraft in the evening, so it was good while it lasted. And Farnborough was active too, as usual. Will be 2-7 today, no jet movements. We've got a grid, so come and join that if you could. Fairly busy trading day too, but yeah, fairly easy day, hopefully. Any problems, just let me know. Other than that, I will see you on the grid or on the airfield a bit later today. Bye for now.